Can a course of dealing become an implied employment contract? Imagine working at a company 4 years and suddenly feeling like you have a set of rules you can rely on. You might wonder if those repeated actions create a real agreement. Well, in labor and employment law, a course of dealing can sometimes turn into an implied employment contract. A course of dealing is just a pattern of behavior or interactions between an employer and employee that happen over time. Think of it as a series of repeated actions that both sides come to expect. For example, if an employer consistently gives warnings before firing someone or regularly provides certain benefits, those actions can suggest a mutual understanding. Even if there is no written or spoken contract, these repeated behaviors can be seen as creating an implied contract. Courts look at how the employer and employee have interacted over time. If the employer's conduct suggests certain promises or expectations, those can become legally binding. For instance, if a company has a history of not firing employees without cause or always following specific disciplinary procedures, an employee might reasonably expect those practices to continue. This can limit the employer's ability to fire someone at will, meaning they might need a valid reason to end employment. Employers often try to avoid this situation by including clear disclaimers in policies or employee handbooks. They want to make sure that no unintended contracts are created through their actions. But if the employer's conduct over time shows a pattern of certain promises or practices, courts may interpret that as an implied contract. In practical terms, if an employer repeatedly offers ongoing benefits or gives warnings before dismissing an employee, those actions can be seen as creating expectations. Employees might then claim that these actions form an implied contract, meaning the employer has to honor those terms. So yes, a course of dealing can become an implied employment contract. When consistent employer behavior creates reasonable expectations about job security, benefits, or procedures, it can establish legal obligations. This is especially important when no formal contract exists or when the written contract is silent on specific issues. Understanding this helps both employers and employees know that actions speak louder than words. Repeated conduct over time can shape the terms of employment, making it more than just at will. It's a reminder that consistent behavior can carry legal weight in the employment relationship.